this is Rashonda Russell, creator of Natural Hair Bride, here with the fabulous Tamika Fletcher of Natural Resources Salon, co-owner of Natural Resources Salon out in Houston, Texas. So happy and elated that she's here with us today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited about talking about wedding hair.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, I mean, I found out about you, honestly, from the style that you created from Nikki May. Can you tell us a little bit about her inspiration for that hairstyle, or your inspiration, or the creation process of that hairstyle?
Sure. You know, one of the things that I love to do is create wedding hairstyles.
Okay.
And I think that we had a conversation maybe some months prior, and she was just telling me she was engaged. And so then around the new year, she said, gosh, I sure wish you were here. We don't live in the same city, but we did have an e-consultation. And with the e-consultation, I think that's a way for you and your stylist to kind of pull together all of your ideas, all of her ideas. She sent me some shapes that she liked. She also sent a picture of her veil, some accessories. And so from there, we started creating. Between what her inspirations were and me trying to, figure out how to pull all of her shapes and styles that she wanted together for natural hair. So that's what happened. She was really interested in something soft, something just for the day of, and something that looked full and fabulous, and she loved buns. So we pulled it all together.
Wow, that's great. So the E-Connect, that's new. So you're saying that someone in Chicago can connect with you in Houston, Texas, create a look. And I also checked out your blog. So you created it on someone else and then sent her the pictures so that she can actually visualize it for herself. It's
nerve-wracking if you don't know what you're gonna look like.
Exactly.
And if we don't live in the same city, there was no way for me to show her what I had in mind and to see what she wanted to critique out of what I had in mind. So we had another model come in, and I styled her hair into different shapes and just sent her photos. So as I'm styling, I'm texting, and she's telling me, yes, I like that, I don't like that, why don't we change this?
Wow.
Add an accessory here. So it's almost like we were there together. So technology has really made this process a lot easier. So by the time I got there, we pretty well knew what we wanted to do, but we still did a trial that Friday evening, and then Sunday we actually styled. And so, for the most part, at this time of year, especially for the salon, we do a lot of natural hair. So people always, please do a trial. Don't wait till the day of.
Okay.
Or the day before even.
Right.
Especially if you have a destination wedding. If you're traveling and your stylist won't be with you, consider some other options like hair pieces. Even if you want to wear a big afro, like this is 5-hour hair for a 12-hour day. I wouldn't do a twist out for a wedding, especially if you're going to be on a beach or something. So those are the kind of details you want to give your stylist ahead of time, so she knows, how to style you.
Right, and I believe that's so true. Just thinking about styling hair and styling options, I mean, how many options do we have as naturalistas to style our hair on our wedding day? I mean, the one, of course, there's updos, and I mean, if you can kind of go into maybe a couple styling options for brides.
Sure. I have had shaved brides and brides with, lots and lots of hair, everything in between.
Okay.
If you have a short natural, I recommend something with volume. I'm not a big fan of scalp on the wedding day. Just my own personal preference. Even if you have locks or twists, I still recommend pulling it all in so that everything looks nice and full and covered. Same if you had a really short style. Even if you're going to do coils, coil it small, leave a little bit of hair loose at the root so that you have volume, and use some kind of pomade. Even if you're not a pomade fan, it gives your hair so much shine, and by the end of the day, and from the beginning to the end of the day, you still have a great look. And so if you're doing extensions, again, like a hair piece that you're taking with you, if you have transition hair and you're trying to blend together two textures, that's when you may want to consider a hair piece extensions. If you have full natural hair, and really any shape that you like, you can do a blowout, create it. Curly styles work, but again, twist outs and those kind of looks are difficult to maintain through hugging and pictures and nerves. So it's better to, do something that will last throughout the entire day, and you can take pictures and feel confident.
So just overall, not even for brides, just picking a hairstylist for any occasion. You just want to pick a hairstylist. There's so many people out here nowadays that say that they can style natural hair. How are you able to decide whether or not this is the best stylist for you?
Well, for one, consultation is key, you know, to meet your stylist, to find out what her expertise is. You know, some of us, even though I'm a natural stylist, one of my focuses is hair extensions for naturals and just overall everyday beautiful natural styles. I do braids, but I don't offer micro braids, and so every stylist is different. So find out if you and your stylist, your goals and your stylist match through consultation. But the other thing would be to just ask lots of questions. One of the red lights for me is if you don't like for me to ask questions. Because, you know, even though I'm a stylist, I still like to have my hair done. You know, so I still think that asking questions, finding out what kind of products she uses, what's your philosophy on straightening hair? Do you think that, you know, do you have to straighten my hair to give me a trim? That's not something that I don't know. I feel like it's necessary, but that stylist might feel different. And if you don't know, you may leave with heat damage because you didn't ask the right questions. And so just make sure that you do know your goals before you go into the salon. Because we appreciate if you say, you know, you don't have to tell us exactly what you want, but I want extensions, I want my own hair, I want something that'll last 2 weeks, I want something that'll last 3 months. I'm working out now. And so I'm swimming, I'm taking swimming lessons. So those are all things. It's a relationship. You do want a person that, with natural hair, to me, it feels so different because it is something that, you know, people don't know a lot of questions or answers when they come into the salon.
Right.
And so it's a little more nurturing. And you have to take more patience and time to explain things because it's not something that's just common knowledge. People are learning for the first time. So your stylist has to be patient and to know what she's doing.
Right.
Because you can have one bad comb out session and damage your hair after growing out for a year. So you know, I've had a lot of the same clients
for almost 15. Wow.
Yeah, long time.
That's great.
Yeah, long time. But
that's great. Yeah, I mean, and just to think about those that do not go to hairstylists. So they might not get their hairstyle every 3 months, or maybe they style their hair at home. For those people, what type of preparation tips would you advise when they're having a special occasion, whether they're getting married or prom or going to a black tie event?
Well, you know, pinups are, if you have the link for a pinup, I think that's my first go-to even for myself if I have a special occasion. And we offer a class to teach people how to do it at home. We offer a tutorial that's 1 hour for you to come in and let us show you how to create a style in an hour. So you have those options, but if you're just a person that says, I'm only going into the salon every 3 months for a shampoo, conditioner, maybe a trim, that we have those clients. But then we also have people that really are just do-it-yourself, hands-on people.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about inspiration from wedding gowns. So we're behind right now Victoria's Bridal Boutique. She actually let us and allow us to do the taping here, which I definitely appreciate. And so she has these beautiful gowns. And how do you get inspiration from the bridal gown?
I'm inspired just sitting here. These dresses are absolutely beautiful, and I could see hairstyles for each one of them. For example, this dress I would not, because it's elaborate. It has some lace, and the cut on the top is really pretty, and then you have the sash around the rhinestone sash. I wouldn't do an elaborate hairstyle with this dress. I think the dress just speaks for itself. Yeah. And so in that case, I would say something simple and elegant. But if you have a really, really simple dress, you can go big or elaborate with the hair. But I do think you need to choose. Don't do both. Elaborate dress or elaborate hair. You know, choose one or the other. But a lot of times I do like to see the dress to see, you know, what I'm styling around, because it's a whole, you know, it's a whole piece. It works together.
Right. Yeah.
I think the hair is as important as the dress, but you don't want to take away from the bride. And so I try to make sure that no matter what we do, that she's still the focus. Sometimes if the hair is too big or something's too bold, this is really a distraction from the bride. And you definitely don't want that.
That is so true. So you're getting inspiration from the bridal gown, and then where else can you seek inspiration when you're thinking about styles for your special day?
I would say look at shapes of everything, whether it be straight, naturally straight hair, styles that are pinned that are naturally curly. Believe it or not, I even get inspiration from baked bread. I know that's weird.
Really?
If you think about it, like a challah bread has lots of turns and twists, and you can find inspiration for natural hair anywhere, because we can sculpt our hair into just about any shape you want, whether you want to have a bun or whether you want your hair shaped into a flower. Just about anything. That is one of the most beautiful things about styling a natural bride, is that she can create
versatility,
anything she wants. Even if it's with hair extensions nowadays, we even have natural hair extensions that look so absolutely real that you wouldn't know the difference. And so it's a beautiful new world for natural hair brides.
Wow, that's excellent. So bridal and natural hair, is it going to a new level? Natural hair bride, our entire mission is to inspire women that are naturally textured to wear their natural hair on their wedding day. So is it growing more? Do you see more women wearing their natural hair?
Yes, and I just want to say, I'm not against straight hair at all, or flat irons, but what I will say is that I have some friends that are natural and have been for years, and they wear their hair natural 100% of the time until the wedding.
Yeah.
And so to me, that makes me wonder, on the day that you need to feel the most beautiful, don't you want to look like yourself? The way you look all the time, so that you can remember on your special day, you were a natural bride because you're natural. So I do think it's changing, because I think the whole world of natural hair is changing. And so brides are a part of that. And so I think for us, now that we've embraced our hair, that we want to wear our hair, even on our special days. And so I'm excited and so glad to see that we are being creative and using and wearing our hair.
That is so true. So let's talk about hair accessories. We have so many accessories out there. Can you pinpoint some accessories that naturals can use to style their hair?
Well, one old school accessory that is still around, but we don't use it as often, is a banana clip. Now, my hair is a little too thick for that. Mine might pop off and hurt somebody.
It's gorgeous, right?
They do sell clips. Like, for example, one of my favorite hair accessories is a clip called the Upsing Clip by Conair. And I popped the accessory in. I have some videos on my YouTube showing how to use it. It's fast. You pin it up. Just quick, just accessories really change the look of your hair, the shape of it. I like adding accessories, even if it's a hair that's accessory, meaning if I pull my hair to one side and my bun is just not big enough, I consider a clip-in hair extension an accessory. So anything you can do to accent or but I'm not really big on too much busy, especially on the wedding day. A simple comb in the back of your hair after you take the veil off for the reception. If you want to bring along something that you can wear in your hair afterwards, it's just something just simple. But with accessories, I do definitely think less is more. And if you're not interested in spending a lot of money on accessories, go to your craft store. They have you'll go crazy when they're looking at all the possibilities. But accessories can be expensive, and so be creative. That's a great, I think, bridal shower thing to do, is to pull your bridesmaids together and you all put accessories together. Just
that's
be
so
creative.
True. That is so true. So I really want to wrap up. If there is anything else, any inspiration or motivation you can give to those that's natural, that's considering wearing their hair but having no idea of how to style it, what do you say to those people?
Do it.
Yeah.
Meet a stylist. Have a consultation. If your stylist is not in the city, if you found a stylist in another city, maybe reach out to her and ask, can you send me some of your bridal work, some inspiration? Just keep in mind that your hair can be sculpted into whatever shape you want, so the sky is definitely the limit. If you're looking at bridal magazines that don't necessarily reflect your exact texture, still take inspirations from those shapes and styles. So be creative, find a stylist, do a trial, and enjoy the day.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. I've learned so much just by you sharing that inspiration. I mean, I will be renewing my vows in a couple years. So just having you right here, right now as a resource just gave me so much inspiration. I definitely appreciate it.
Reach out to me when you're ready. We can
Definitely. I mean, e-consultation, I never heard of that before, and just the thought of having an expert in another state and just being able to put that idea together is phenomenal to me. I really just had a click. It just clicked, and I was just like, what? That's gorgeous. The style that you created and the styles that you create are gorgeous, and
thank you for having me.
You do a great job.
And congratulations, your website is absolutely needed.
Yeah.
And much success.
Thank you.